I'm Justin with Dixxon Flannel Company. This is our 1976 square body. We're gonna be doing a full suspension kit from Choppin Block. We got American Racing on board. They hooked us up with a set of 20-inch torque thrusts. Optima Batteries supplied us with some batteries. Dakota Digital is doing a full custom gauge for this truck. Accuair is on board with us. E-level kit with their brand new tank. And then we've also got Wilwood brakes supplying a full brake kit.
Two guys in the back, two guys in the front.
Booster.
I like to unbolt the bed first. Okay. Leave it loose, and then bumpers, all that stuff, we just put it in the bed. I got cardboard right there to lay down on the bed so it doesn't get damaged, but we'll pull the bumpers, brackets, anything like that, just throw it all in the bed. We're gonna be pulling the front clip off. We like to try to do it as easy as possible, so we take everything together. Fender, grill, radiator, we leave it all together, unbolt it, take the whole thing off as one unit. Then we'll work on getting the cab off. The boys in the back will work on getting the bed off. And then from there, we'll start getting all the suspension stuff torn off. So.
Bumper off.
I met Devin through Danny and Justin over at Dixxon Flannel. He likes to hang around there quite a bit. So, and I met Danny through some mutual friends from back in California. And then I met Justin through Danny when I was down there. So they're a good group of guys, and it's nice to have them out helping. Everybody's together. I like it. Good. We're about to pull the front clip off. We thought we had everything. Unless you have the wheels off, you need to pull those front fender liners all the way off so that you can clear the tire. We're about to make a second attempt now. We're gonna take the whole front clip off all together, radiator, everything's still connected. It's gonna go over there and sit there until we're ready to put it back on.
Devin and I went and looked at an 82 with an LS swap, and it was just dog shit. It was pieced together, had been in a fire, and the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but there was a bunch of melted pieces in it. And I called this dude, it was in December. He's like, hey, I need to go grab a Christmas tree. So we knew he was driving the truck, we knew it was good, so it couldn't have worked out any better. He gave us a good deal on it, he was a good dude, the truck ran and drove, so it worked out good. The truck was originally green when we got it. Devin redid the whole patina on it. It needed a new bedside and it needed a new hood. And he matched the patina on everything. We added the Dixxon logos. We added the white top with the cab molding and then also the wheel well molding. Sabalos Customs in Tempe, Arizona did the interior. So he wrapped the dash pad in white vinyl, and that's new old stock plaid on the seat. Now we're to step two. This is something we always talked about. We got a bunch of killer sponsors on board with us, so we're really stoked to get this thing on the road. Choppin Block has definitely supplied an absolutely amazing suspension kit. We looked at a couple different suspension companies. Vince over there at Choppin Block, man, he's a class act dude. Definitely go check him out. He's definitely probably #1 in the industry right now. And then we've got Dakota Digital on board. What Dakota Digital is doing for us is they gave us a template on the gauge cluster, and I gave that to one of my graphic design guys. And we're doing complete custom one-off gauges for this truck. So there'll only be one set made, and it's going into this truck. So I don't want to leak too much information on it, so definitely stay tuned for that one. It's going to be pretty killer. So.
How's it going, guys? My name is Caesar, owner of Matador Rod and Customs and co-owner of Exotech LLC. Corey came down today to drop off the 76 square body C10 chassis for the Dixxon build. So basically what we're gonna do today is blast the frame down to bare metal using a garnet. The reason that we are blasting the frame today is because we want to get down to the bare metal and have a clean surface to work with, because they're going to be throwing the new suspension on, so they don't want to be welding and cutting with all that old stuff on there and breathing it in while they do so. The other benefits of having a clean frame are that, you know, when you go to either paint or powder coat the frame, you'll have a fresh surface and it'll adhere for a very long time.
But yeah, all these stuff, when it's not clean, to hit it with the plasma cutter sucks, because it just brings all that crap back into the...
Yeah.
That's it, we're all loaded up. Had a couple miles down the road, get it back in my shop and start mocking everything up so we can get it back here to powder coat. He'll blast it one more time and then start powder coating everything. But it's nice to have these bare metals like this. When you're trying to cut and weld and everything on it, it's just a lot less time to try to get it all sanded down by hand. So here we have the center cross-membered. The trailing arms are going to mount up on this. We have left and right side rails here. You cut the frame right behind the bed mount. These bolt directly on. These right here are going to be our inner structure support. It's going to fit in here like here, and it's going to line up with the 3 factory holes that we already talked about where that subframe is going to line up. This right here is our upper bag bracket. It also holds the upper control arm, and this is going to mount up here, and it's all going to kind of sandwich together in that cross member and the upper support. The lower control arms are also where the front shock is going to mount up. So these tabs right here is what's going to mount the front shock. It's also got the same as the upper control arms for jerk fittings, which is really nice. You can service all of your upper bushing so that you don't have any squeaks going down the road. This is Choppin Block's upper control arm. It's got spots for Zerk fittings to hook up. It's going to be bolt-in ball joint. Everything's TIG welded. Beautiful, beautiful part.
cars.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Caesar here at Exotech and Matador Rod and Customs. We have Justin's Groucho 76 Chevy C10. We just got done with the bake. So basically after it's sandblasted, we put it on the cart, roll it in, make sure that the surface is perfectly prepped, no oils or any imperfections in the surface. Our sprayer of choice is a Nordson Encore LT, and that is an electrostatically charged gun. So basically what that means is we hook up a ground to the cart or to the substrate or the frame, and then at that point you run the powder through the machine, and at the tip of the gun there is the positive charge coming off of the gun, which charges the powder, which makes the powder stick to the part. All right, for the Groucho frame, we opted to go with the Tractor Green, which is a 90% gloss. It's actually the exact same process to spray a satin, this is the satin black, which we shot, which is a 20% gloss or sheen. There's actually no difference in the spraying of it. It all goes on the same. Some powders do bake at different temperatures, but other than that, it's all the same process. There's a common misconception of powder coat colors and how many options there are. There's obviously you can satin and gloss. There's wrinkled finishes. There's veins. There's hammered finishes. Now you can also do clear coats. You can do candies. Multiple stages. You can actually make it look as good as a regular paint job. So actually the possibilities are kind of endless nowadays with the advancements in powder coating. So, hey, I want to thank you guys for stopping by today over here at Exotech. I want to thank Dixxon Flannel and Justin Broken Bones Garage for giving us the opportunity to help you guys out with your build. We're pretty excited to see this thing done. If you want to reach us, you can reach us at 480-466-6347. We are in Queen Creek, Arizona, and we'd love to help you guys out with any of your needs.
So we just got everything back from Exotech, from powder coating for the 76 GMC square body that we're building for Dixxon Flannel Company. So the stage that we're at right now is we're in final assembly with everything from Choppin Block. Where we're at right now is we have all the Choppin Block suspension back on the frame rails. We left everything finger tight. The reason we leave everything finger tight is so that we're not fighting everything as we're trying to get it all lined up. We're gonna take some measurements, make sure everything is square, and then we're gonna start tightening from the front to the back. It may be necessary to use some straps to kind of get things tweaked the way you want it to go. That's common. Don't let that be a problem for you.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason. We're down here at Switch Suspension. We're putting a Choppin Block front and rear kit on Dino's square body C10 truck. So today I just wanted to check the measurements on cutting the rack and pinion. You have to modify this outer tie rod. It looks like it's part of the rack. It's shipped to you that way. But depending on what spindle you're using, you'll cut the rack most likely a different length. On this one, we're using the CPP modular spindle. And I figured out that we needed to cut the rack about 3/4 of an inch per side.